Dear students, hope you have seen the first video of environmental science. In continuation with the first video, we are going to see now second unit, lesson controlling air pollution. Unit 2, Air Pollution Act. Before Air Pollution Act of 1955, air pollution was not considered as national environmental problem. The Air Pollution Control Act of 1955 was the first US Clean Air Act enacted by Congress to address the national environmental problem of air pollution on July 14, 1955. This was an act to provide research and technical assistance in relation to air pollution control. The act left states principally in charge of prevention and control of air pollution at the source, meaning the Air Pollution Act after 1955 made the government to think that air pollution is a problem. So where it has to be controlled? It has to be controlled at the source itself. Understand? Now, the Air Prevention and Control of Pollution Act. The Indian government passed this act in 1981 to clean up air by controlling pollution. It states that sources of air pollution such as industry, vehicles and power plants are not permitted to release particulate matter, lead, carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen oxides, volatile organic compounds VOCs or other toxic substances beyond prescribed level. To ensure this, pollution control boards PCBs have been set up by the government to measure pollution levels in the atmosphere and at certain sources by testing the air. You might have seen your parents getting their vehicles, motor vehicles or cars, whatever it may be, their vehicles get emission test done at every 6 months. That means the emission levels are increased, means those vehicles will lose the validity to move on the roads. The main objectives of the act are as follows: to provide for the prevention, control and abatement of air pollution, to provide for the establishment of central and state boards with a view to implement the act, to confer the powers to implement the provisions of act on the boards and assign to them functions regulating to pollution. As an individual, what you can do to control air pollution? Think, children, what you can do. You can do so many things. Like when you see a polluting vehicle, take down the number and send a letter to the RTO. RTO means Road Transport Office. And the PCB. PCB means Pollution Control Board. Just now you have learnt. If you observe an industry polluting air and your surroundings are getting polluted, inform the PCB in writing and ascertain if action is being taken. Use cars only absolutely necessary. Walk or cycle as much as possible instead of using fossil fuel powered vehicles. That is, your school is neither walkable or you can come by vehicle. Such nearby nor nearby, but moderate distance. Then what you can do, either you can come by bicycle or you can come by school vehicle instead of coming by in your own vehicle. There you are using for only yourself, you are coming using one vehicle. Instead of that, you can pool it. You can use public transport. Use public transport as far as possible, as more people can travel in a single large vehicle. rather than using multiple small vehicles which add to pollution. Share vehicle space with relatives and friends. Carpooling minimizes the use of fossil fuels. Do not smoke in public place. It is illegal and endangers not only your own health but also that of others. Coughing can spread bacteria and viruses. Use of handkerchief to prevent droplet infection. Use a handkerchief to prevent droplet infections which is airborne as it endangers the health of other people. Nowadays you are seeing, we are asking you to wear mask also, isn't it? Present scenario, we are asked to use mask also. So these all small things you can do as an individual to prevent pollution. Now, effects of pollutants on environment. Carbon dioxide is a greenhouse gas and is responsible for climate change. Oxides of nitrogen cause acid rain. Asian brown haze formed by pollutants like sulfates, nitrates, black carbon, fly ash can change rainfall pattern using weakening monsoon in India and drought condition in China. Cause global warming, melting of Himalayan glaciers, reduce photosynthesis, decrease in crop yield and also causes acid rains. Now Asian brown haze. Asian brown haze means the Indian brown cloud or Asian brown cloud is the layer of air pollution that recurrently covers parts of South Asian countries. You can see in Delhi a lot of pollution, and certain areas Delhi suffered and children used to go with the mask, closing their nose and mouth, isn't it? They suffer with lot of bronchial asthma, asthmatic diseases, lung disorders, all this. And these pollutants produced by burning wood, which is solid fuel. Burning more wood means removing more wood from the forest. Cutting more trees causes deforestation and less of habitat for flora and fauna, that is endangered. Animals will get endangered and extinct, and some of nowadays whatever we are seeing flora and fauna is 50% only children. Lot many animals and plants, insects and all became extinct. They are not seen anymore. Effects of biodiversity of the area, global warming due to carbon dioxide in atmosphere, burning of wood releases sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide which interact with atmospheric moisture, cause acid rain, groundwater level decreases. Groundwater level decreased due to various other reasons also. By borewell and all, they took away water, and water level decreases means plants will not grow further. Soil erosion will take place, that is topsoil will be washed off, the fertility of the soil goes away, and soil organisms will die, reduces rainfall, instance of floods will increase, and again increase of flood causes soil erosion, scarcity of forest products, deteriorates the economy of people depend on it, that is those who live in the forests and the tribals, they all depend on the forest, no? They all cannot survive anymore. Their products will be decreased like honey, wood, firewood, all that will become decreased. Effects of pollutants on humans. Rural women who are exposed to smoke and particulate matter released by burning wood or cow dung may suffer from cancer of lungs, asthma and heart attack. Smoke causes irritation, redness of eyes and cataract in long run. Pollutants on cold nights form smog, which causes respiratory problems and may lead to asphyxiation, which means the difficulty in breathing. This also decreases visibility. It happens in winter. Oxides of nitrogen cause acid rain. Inhalation of such particles may cause respiratory diseases such as emphysema and bronchitis. Carbon dioxide combines with hemoglobin and cause carbon monoxide poisoning, which is often fatal. Fatal means which causes death. Lead attack the blood, kidneys, and central nervous system. It can cause anemia, kidney failure, permanent brain damage, and finally death also may occur. Pollutants which form Asian brown haze kill millions of people every year. There is an increase in cardiovascular effects, pulmonary illness, and chronic respiratory problems. Cardiovascular effects means heart problems. Pulmonary illness means lung problems. And chronic respiratory problems means asthma, bronchitis, like that. Now, shall we move on to assignment? Okay, copy down the questions and write down in a A4 sheets, pin them and submit after reopening. Mention the Air Pollution Acts and their objectives. What is the role played by the Air Pollution Control Act in reducing air pollution? What are the effects of pollutants on human? What are the effects of air pollution on environment?